Удалось выловить президента ÖTV Thermenregion Hansa Reinischer. So, and now we will switch. Sorry, it was just a short introduction. Yeah, we'll switch into English. And I was looking forward to ask you. Yeah, definitely now the Spitze, the hottest topic of the period is the grape harvest. So, how the 2025 looks like at the moment?
It looks very good. So it looks that we have a normal vintage, which is pretty good. So it's about 3 weeks later than last year. As later you can pick, as more day and night temperature difference there is, and so you get more physiological ripeness, which is bringing more aromas into the grapes. So 10 degrees in the morning, 25 degrees in the afternoon is perfect, and that's what we have the last 2 weeks. And it looks that we're going to have it in the next 2 weeks too. So looking very good.
That's great. I'm happy to hear it because in comparison to 2024, which was a disastrous vintage, I would say, but still, I'm sure that you managed to do really amazing and perfect wines. And then the question about the Rotgipfel and Ziefhandler that today we've tried amazing. It was just an amazing tasting of the two grape varieties in Pinot Noir and St. Laurent. So they're the specialty of the Thermenregion, and you're specialized, with all of these 4 grape varieties apart from Chardonnay as well. So the question is, with regards to 2025, do you think it's like one of the best vintages for Ziefhandler and Rotgipfel?
It's a little bit too early to tell. So usually if the wine is half a year in the cellar, then you can think which it's going to be. We think it's going into the direction of 2016, 2017, so both very good vintages. And it always depends how the September is going to be. If there is a dry September, you can stay a little bit longer. Maybe it's better for Ziefhandler. If for the Rotgipfel we will pick next week or the week afterwards, it's already mostly finished. The same for Pinot. If you pick a little bit earlier, it's already done. So we think it's going to be very, very good. And for St. Laurent and Ziefhandler, we have to wait another 2 weeks to really understand how the vintage is going to be.
So the Diva is going to be a very good in 2025. The Diva is the St. Laurent grape variety. And another quick question about the St. Laurent. I was reading a lot of information about you and about the Reinisch family, about St. Laurent, and about the grape variety, that basically you were helping to revive this grape variety to bring it into another level, and just that people didn't forget about the existence of this grape variety. Was it in cooperation with Klosterneuburg, or because the information is very different in different sources, so I would like to hear this story from the first hands.
St. Laurent from Klosterneuburg has a very good or very long tradition in our town. So they brought the first St. Laurent in 1950 in our town, so more than 70 years now. And my grandfather and my father learned a lot from how the Klosterneuburger made the wine. In the 60s and 70s, the Ausstich from Klosterneuburg was the special red wine from Austria. And we see that St. Laurent, if the grapes are getting older or the plants are getting older, you have deeper roots, and so you get more energy into the grapes. And as older they are, as better they get. So our oldest St. Laurents are planted 1956 and 58, and we only get 25 hectoliters per hectare. So very, very less yield, but very high quality every year. And this is very constant in the last 10 years, we can say. So, and we also see that St. Laurent works very good with whole cluster. So we do about 20 to 30% whole cluster on the St. Laurent, so you get more diversity in the tannin structure. If you only use the tannins from the skins, it's a little bit one-dimensional. If you also use it from the stems, you get more dimension or more diversity into the tannin profile, and you can reduce the amount of oak, which is bringing more vibrancy into the variety of St. Laurent.
Okay, that's really very interesting. And I also learned somewhere that you grow this right clones of St. Laurent, that you work on this perfection of like making it clones, and that you have this special like a kindergarten for the plants, and that you distribute, that you can sell to the winemakers who are interested to work with this Diva grape variety with St. Laurent. Is that
That's true? About 20 years ago, we went through our oldest St. Laurent vineyard, marked them and looked if they have some virus or not, and then we made a selection massal. So we looked for the best 10 plants, and then we planted those mixed in a vineyard. And if we replant a new vineyard, we always use it from them. Because if a vineyard is about 50 years old, it's very adapted to the soil, to the climate, and so you get a lot of good information from that plant. And if you take the shoots from that and plant and replant it, then you have the child of that. And we not only have clones from us, we also have clones from Germany, from Carnuntum, and also from Burgenland. So we looked at there is a big diversity. As more diversity you have, as better you also can manage the different variation of the vintages. So some clones are better in the cooler vintages, some are better in the warmer vintages, and if you mix them together, you get a very good diversity.
So the idea under it is to create this ideal clone, which would serve and act really very good in all of those parts of Austria where the regions of Austria where St. Laurent can be found and where they produce the wines from this grape variety.
As you, there is not one special clone. It's the same if you have one barrel producer. It could be good, but it's always the mix which is much better because then you get a better diversity.
Yeah, that's really very interesting. And what about the aging potential? Because today we've tried the Ziefandler 1969, and then the so-called field blend. We would say, yeah, the gemischte Satz of Ziefandler Rotgipfeler 1949. That's astonishing. And what about the aging potential of St. Laurent?
Yesterday I tasted 1991, so still 34 years old, and it was very, very good. So St. Laurent has the very good thing that the acid is a little bit higher than Pinot, and the sugar is not going up too high. So it's always staying on the elegant side. And if St. Laurent is getting older, it's getting more into that capacity of Pinot Noir. So you feel that they are related much more, and it's still very, very good. So I think the aging potential of St. Laurent can also be between 30 and 40 years.
Okay. Great to know, because today we also discussed it with Boris about the aging potential of St. Laurent, because we managed to try the 2013, so we're discussing a little bit about that. So, Hannes, thank you very much for your short interview and a brief interview. We will stand the remain defense of your wines. I mean, me is for 20 years already, I think.
It's a long time,
It's a long time ago, and I've started my love to
You
Austrian
in
wines.
kindergarten at that time,
Yeah, because my love for Austrian wine started with your Rotgipfler
Okay, wow.
back then, long time ago. So thank you very much for this interview, and thank you for the event that was organized today with the Thermenregion, with excursion and this amazing tasting. And I wish you lots of viel Kraft, I would say, yeah,
Thank
with
you very
the
much.
upcoming harvest. So
Thank you very much.
thank you
We're
very much.
looking forward.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.